Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. So, by the title of this video, it is going to be I feel like there's going to be a lot of sides to it, and I don't know, it's going to be an interesting topic to dive in, and I'm very interested to hear about people's opinions in the comments. But before we start on this video, I just want to remind you guys to keep it, I don't want to say clean in the comments, but respectful. Definitely respectful on this topic. Also, before I start on this video, I was meaning to put out this video yesterday, but of course, well, if you guys saw the other video, you know why. And I just want to thank everybody for all the lovely and sweet messages. And there was a lovely email that was sent to me that they actually wanted me to do a video about, and I decided not to because that would just cause a lot more drama. But I do want to respectfully say that this person who emailed me, and we literally talked for a few hours last night, they wanted me to put up my other video that I took down, because she gave me her permission to put it up, because we did talk about it prior to that, and she was kind of really upset that I actually took it down. And then after explaining the whole situation, she understood why I took it down. It's for my safety, mostly. But also people took it upon themselves to think that it was about them, that I was going behind people's back, that I wouldn't talk about something without getting somebody's opinion and permission. And I know I didn't really state this in the video yesterday, because I wanted to be respectful, but this person has given me their permission to openly say that they gave me the permission to put out that other video. Her situation, she really wanted me to do a video about it. I just think that some things need to calm down first, and that everybody needs to be safe. She did want me to inform you guys that she was able to get out of this relationship with this person that was abusive. Not physically, thank God it didn't get to that point, but she realized that there were some signs that, weren't, they were gonna lead down the road. And, she had to think about her children. She has quite a few children, and, she wanted to do the best for them. And luckily they are safe, and they are actually moving back home to the province. So hopefully when things settle down, me and her will be able to do a video and we can openly discuss this. Again, she gave me her permission, guys. This isn't, so those people who came at me and attacked me and were just really disrespectful and jumped the gun, I just want you to know that I understand and I respect that you first of all, didn't get all the information, and again, jumped to these conclusions. Again, I have done that in the past, a long time ago. That's what I was, about, and I was very insecure back then, and I did a lot of jumping to conclusions. So I respect that you did that, but I also have to respect myself and continue to block those people and not kind of lead myself down that path of all of that. So again, I do want to state fully that I was able to get in contact with this person, and we did have an open conversation, and that is why I was able to put up that video in the first place, because she did give me her permission. And the way that I did that video seemed very, like, they didn't know about it, and the reason why we went about it that way was because we were going to actually do another video about it, but it didn't actually turn out that way. We you know, she was very, very upset in email, and of course we talked over the phone, and you know, she really wanted a place to share her story. And yes, it kind of did start off on a dramatic turn, but she wanted to honestly share her story, and unfortunately at this time we can't, because it's not safe for her, for me, for her children. It's just not a whole safe environment, and unfortunately that sucks. I promised you guys that I would build a safe community on here, and unfortunately that for the safety of this community and the safety of people involved, I have to make the decision of putting shit on hold. So that is kind of my spiel for that. And I just want you to guys know that I'm safe, and she is safe, and her children are safe. So again, hopefully one day we can sit down together and have a conversation and get our sides of our experience. This person who she got involved with was, yes, one of my abusers. Luckily, this abuser of the situation wasn't as involved as certain people in this group. So that is kind of why I think, again, I can't really go into much detail about this, because again, some people are going to think that, unfortunately, this poor girl who wants to share her story, again, she's given me full permission to share this. She was really, really upset that people took it the wrong way, that she isn't able to share her story, and she understands fully why. But yeah, so she was really, it's a whole mess. But again, I want to state repeatedly, I have gotten her permission. And she has stated that if people think that I am making this up, that this person doesn't exist, that I'm just covering my ass, this is another thing she was pissed off about, that if they want to get in contact with her to, for whatever reason, verify the situation, to contact me, and if I do find these persons trustworthy, to pass along like an email address to her, and she will get in contact with them. She is very, very upset that she thinks that this is bullshit, that people don't think that her story matters, that her situation doesn't matter, that she doesn't matter. And again, unfortunately, I have to protect them, and I also have to protect myself. So without further ado, and this long, message, let's get into today's video. Now, this is a heavily debatable topic. So, I'm not, again, I'm gonna try to be very careful on my words, because as we have discovered, people tend to take them the wrong way. So here we go. I would do my best. Schools, I find, put rules in place for a reason, okay? And mainly the topic is the dress code. And I don't know if this is a pilot situation, like a pilot program to see, because not all school boards here in Ontario have jumped on board with this. From the information that I have gathered, it's kind of leaning towards that they might, some might not, and that is to change the dress code. So even going back in my day, and not that far, 12 years ago, even further back, the dress code was that we couldn't wear tank tops, we couldn't show our stomach, we had to be, we didn't couldn't, there we go, reveal anything seductive. And now, for some school boards, that has changed. The rules have been put in place that girls can wear tank tops, they can show their stomach, they can wear, I guess the better term is, to be more, I don't know, just to reveal more of themselves. And a lot of people, again, are on board with this. They're like, yeah, people shouldn't see people as sexual beings, and people can wear whatever the fuck they want, type of thing. And then there is the other side that is fully against that. They think that it is too young for people to be dressing like that, very seductively. And even if it doesn't come off as seductively, tank tops aren't seductively, they're not trying to be whatnot. But I understand both sides, okay? I respect both sides, that certain rules in life do need to be changed, that a lot of people do think that it is outdated. However, I'm just going to share my experience, okay, with this. I have been on the other side of this. I have also done my own experiment in this, and let's just be honest, okay? People are going to be assholes no matter what you wear. And at the young age, so I do believe, from what I've read, that this school changed the rules mostly for middle and high school. More leaning towards high school, so that's starting at the age of 14-ish. Some could be 13 and some could be 15, depending on their birthday and whatever situation has occurred. That is still a very young age. And again, our developmental stages of right and wrong and kind of our rebellion stage is high in that peak. Okay? And I would never say, and a lot of people this is where the argument is coming into play. A lot of people are saying, well, if girls are going to wear that, they are just asking for attention. And, I find that very, I don't even, you know where that's going, right? And it's just mind-blowing. Because, yeah, some girls do dress like that to get attention. They are dealing with other stuff, or they just feel like they want to show off their body, or whatever the case may be. But nobody ever asked to be sexually assaulted, bullied, violated, all these terrible things. Nobody goes out of their way to, ask for that. And I get that a lot of people think that, that could happen. That girls could get a lot more attention. And this actually might be a part. I'd have two parts. Jesus fuck, just speak English. Might have a part 2, because I also want to get a male's opinion, so I might enlist in Captain B's opinion on this, and he has fully given his permission for me to drop his name, talk about him. He is totally fine. I am going to state that from now on, if I do mention somebody in a video or whatnot, or we're having a conversation with somebody, that I am going to put out there that they have given me their consent or whatnot, okay? Just so people don't get the wrong idea. And I know that's probably going to bite me in the ass, because well, you probably didn't get your abuser's opinion, permission to talk about them. That's a whole other can of worms. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Anyways, he has given me his permission to talk about him in videos, to mention him, whatever it may be. So I would actually want to get his opinion on this, because I feel like getting a male's opinion who is very mature, who does a logical thinking, a lot of it, I think it would be interesting to get his opinion on this and kind of get the male's perspective. But for now, we're just going to stick with kind of like having a conversation here. I think at that young age, the sex drive does tend to kick in. You know, hormones go crazy and whatnot, and I feel like it might open a can of worms that people might not be prepared for, or to deal with situations like situations that might come up, like with people or girls that don't want that attention and they seek guidance from adults or, you know, whatnot in the school system, and they might not know how to handle the situation. I know in my situation it was very, very, very mishandled, and I don't want to see that happen to somebody else. You know, I got slut shamed when I was in sweatpants and a sweater, and I wasn't wearing anything revealing, you know, and then when I did show like a little bit of skin, like wearing a t-shirt, I was slut shamed again, saying that I was looking for attention. And I feel like guidance counselors, teachers, professionals, whatever, might not know how to handle this situation to the best of the ability. That I feel like because there's a whole lot of protests and people holding signs, and you know, they want change now, and they want all of these new rules and old rules to be outed and these new rules to be put in place, that it was rushed too much. That, look, I get it, okay? People want change. They want to be themselves, especially with communities growing and people learning about themselves, and they want to express themselves. I get that and I respect that. I just think that the adult community that is from older generations that are completely not used to this type of, I don't even know what word it is, for people to be so boisterous and to want to express themselves, they aren't prepared for it. And it feels like they were thrown into the fire. And again, they might not know how to handle this situation. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be pissed off when certain situations aren't handled correctly, or ignored, or not communicated, okay? A lot of people in this world want things, okay? And, you know, they demand things, but they don't sit back and look at the full picture. Think about it. This is mostly happening in high school. So again, that age range of, you know, just hitting teenager years to leaving high school as an adult. Okay, that's 4 years of your life. And you're still maturing and you're still growing. And even after high school, you're still maturing and growing. And they don't, at that age, and I can relate because I did not think of things full-headedly, okay? Certain people have tunnel visions. They don't want to see the good and the bad that can come out of a situation, and when something bad comes up and people don't know how to handle that, they get extremely pissed off. And it's just, it's a whole lot of like just running in circles, okay? And I get that, okay? People again, are free to express themselves. And we are seeing that more and more and more as the year goes on, or years, I should say, tongue-tied here. And it's just not that simple, you know? Again, hormones are running wild, and, you know, kids will be kids, and young teens will be young teens, and a lot of shit could happen. The good, the bad, all of it, and it's just, I don't think the school system is prepared for all of it. And it's tough. It is honestly tough, probably, definitely 100% as a parent, and tough as a adult within the school system, trying to narrate all of this. And, you know, I remember sitting in health class, especially in high school, and them teaching us how to respect our bodies, and as individuals, not as a whole, but as individuals. And I think they will definitely have to change that and open it up to a broader conversation, because things are so rapidly changing within the, you know, being able to express oneself. And we have to have those tough conversations, and not just, you know, like, I got my way and that's it. Like, there's never going to be any consequences to that. People have to be aware that there are consequences, even if, you know, I'm saying if, but definitely that you are not asking for anything to happen. There are people out there that think that they are untouchable. And again, being at such a young age, there are people out there that have impulses that might act on them. So I definitely think the criteria and education as a whole definitely needs to change within this. Again, I am supportive of, you know, expressing yourself and whatnot, but we do have to do it in a safe way. And, you know, I get it, because there are, the other side is, you know, people being so sheltered, and then when they're 18 and out in the world, it's like a shell shock, right? And it's just happening all at once, and that could lead down a slippery slope as well. And I get that they want to start preparing people at a young age. I just think that everybody needs to come together and understand that it's just not simple as just changing the criteria, or the dress code, that it has to be more than that. Conversations have to happen. Education has to happen. We have to be willing to learn and listen from one another, especially from the older generations and the younger generations, being able to communicate on a level where it's not that you're going to get into trouble, but you're going to have that open-mindedness of both sides. And again, educating our older generation on trying to navigate this, and protecting our younger generation, it's a lot. And again, I don't think, you know, anybody was prepared. Okay, maybe the younger generation, there we go, was able to foresee some of the stuff that could or might arise, and how did they handle that situation, right? Again, I'm not saying that they are asking for anything to happen to them. I would never, because I never want anybody to get hurt. But there are situations out there that I think have to be talked about and learned about, and like taught about, like, if this situation arises, what can you do? You know, who could you turn to? That type of thing. Having more conversations, yes, might piss off the younger generation, because, you know, nobody at that age, and I even want to say older, want to be told what to do. However, there still has to be some type of boundaries in line for everybody. You know, I said earlier in the video that I did my own experiment with wearing less clothes, and I did talk about this, that I wore a tank top just to see the experiment that would take place, that, you know, certain people in the school were able to get away with wearing that, and then certain people weren't. I wasn't one of them, of course. But it is so complicated that, you know, it's not that easy. I don't know if any of this makes sense. I'm just trying to kind of just put the anchor out there of that it's just because you think that you got your way, that it's going to be simple. That people are going to be respectful right off the bat, because that is unfortunately not the case. There are some real assholes out there that might look at this as a completely different way than another person does. And it's just, you know, we have to be prepared for that. We have to have conversations, and they are going to be uncomfortable conversations, and it's going to be awkward, and it's going to be hard, and there's so many different things that could take place that we all need to be prepared for. And it sucks. It honestly sucks, especially at that young age. You know, even me looking back at my time and my experiences, and me being kind of stubborn and not wanting to listen, and, you know, kind of just, you know, just letting certain things pass over my head because I thought I knew better. You know, I was in high school and I was an idiot, and I was naive, and I made mistakes, and I wasn't perfect, and nobody is perfect. But that is a very interesting age group that I feel like it's going to be a challenge. And I just hope that, you know, nobody gets hurt, that there are no uncomfortable situations, but unfortunately, you know, you can't protect everybody. So I just want everybody to be safe. And like I said, there is a good chance that there's going to be a part 2 with this. I really want to kind of get the male perspective of this, and just really dive into this. I've been thinking about this, guys, and I think I want Captain B, or Brendan, to be in a lot of my videos, even for the tough conversations, and it's just for my safety too. Right now I'm kind of at that, my weird PTSD is kicking in, and it's just like, you know, I would feel safer with B in my videos of certain topics that I talk about just for my safety and my paranoia, and he would be able to kind of walk everybody through that and just kind of be my sounding board in certain topics. I'm not gonna lie and sit here and say that I wasn't shooken up about what took place. I was extremely. I was definitely worried about my safety. But again, I will do my best to protect this community and make sure that it is safe. And, I'm going to be as honest as I can with these situations, and if people think that I'm making it up, making people up, making situations up, that is why, and hence my paranoia, I will be in my videos for certain topics, so you guys know that, or certain people, I'm not saying all of you guys, because most of you, like 95% of you guys, are amazing, and I feel the love and support, but the other 5%, you know, that take it the wrong way, that think that I'm talking about them, that I'm whatever, blowing shit out of proportion, making things up, you know, it sucks and it hurts and it's scary, and it's best for me to have a sounding board in my corner that is on video and I guess proof. I'm not even gonna lie and say that, you know, again, only for my own sanity and safety and the safety of this community, that I feel like I need to put Captain B in these videos a little bit more. Actually, I would be fully introducing him, guys, to you guys on here. He has been introduced to the Never Give Up community on Facebook that I have not really been keeping up with because I have been messaging people and whatnot. It's just I haven't been doing videos on there. It's just 2021 has been a shit year for me. But yeah, you guys would be introduced to him, and he might even do solo videos on here. I'm just trying to build this safe community, and I guess these last few days have been kind of a wake-up call to just remind me that there are some people out there that, you know, do take things the wrong way or jump to the conclusions without talking to somebody, and, you know, it's just, it's sad. It hurts my heart, but again, I'm going to do the best I can to protect this community and to protect my little bubble. But yeah, so stay tuned, guys. I might be on here solo the next video, we'll see. But yeah, I definitely feel like talking about PTSD and Stockholm Syndrome and doing a part 2 with this section will be beneficial. Especially if I'm talking it through with B, and he could give you guys some insight and whatnot, and actually you guys can hear it firsthand that, you know, he's been by my side for over 20 years, and he has seen me through a lot of shit, and I've seen him through a lot of shit, and that I'm not just sitting here trying to blow smoke up your asses. So yeah, it's basically to hear from another person, that, you know, and of course I have gotten his permission. Like, he's told me he could come on here by himself, and I'm like, yeah, do you boo, like, bah, do you. But yeah, he has given me permission to do this, guys, so stay tuned for that, and you can meet the mystery Captain B. Ooh. But anyways, guys, this video is over 30 minutes. I apologize, but again, I just want to send you my love and let you guys know I'm safe, that I'm protecting my heart, and I am protecting other people that do want to share their stories, but unfortunately it is not safe at this current time, unfortunately, and I apologize for that, and I will be working harder to build this safer community. Anyways, guys, remember, never give up, always keep fighting, you enough, and you're very much loved. Until the next video, guys, stay safe.